For the past month or so, I have been using Richard Rohr's daily meditations as a part of my devotional time each day. His description of the process that happens in our lives when there is a significant disruption resonates deeply with me. When we experience a major change in our lives, the order of events is this. First, there is order, the way things have always been. Second, there is disorder, the crazy chaos when everything is up in the air and uncertain. Third, there is reorder. This is the time of settling in and adjusting to a new normal, a new order. This process repeats itself over and over again throughout our lives. It happens every time there is a major shift or life-changing event. 22 years ago, when our daughter was born, Mark and I went through this process from order, disorder, to reorder. As a couple, we had a routine, an order that was happy, comfortable, predictable. And then the birth of our daughter sent us reeling into disorder. It was a happy, challenging time. We had no idea what we were doing. We both value structure and organization, and nothing about our life with our beautiful new daughter was ordered or structured. In time, the disorder settled, and we adjusted to our new life as a family of 3. A new life that was centered around this tiny little person who had won our hearts. We go through this process of order, disorder, and reorder every time there's a major life event. A birth, a marriage, a job change, an injury, a cancer diagnosis, a death, or a move. There's always order, disorder, and reorder. We are all experiencing this as we navigate through a global pandemic. And part of the difficulty is that we are all going through it at the same time. Order was the way our lives used to be before mid-March. The disorder is the past 6 months of fear, isolation, quarantine, and uncertainty. And reorder is the creation of a new order that is very different from the original order, but an order that will ultimately be deeply meaningful. We are still in the stage of disorder, trying to determine what our new lives will look like, trying to make sense of all the change. We are making our way toward reorder, a new order that will include mask wearing, physical distancing, frequent hand washing, and staying away from large group gatherings. As we move toward a new order, we are discerning what church will look like, how we will worship, and how we will love and care for one another in this new paradigm. The researcher Brené Brown refers to this time of disorder as the messy middle. And that's where we are, still in the messy middle. It's too late to turn back. We've reached the point of no return. Things still feel uncertain and unsettled, but we have no choice but to keep moving forward into the future that God has prepared for us. The good news is that the messy middle is where the magic happens, the place where God's magic happens in our lives. In this messy middle, we give ourselves permission to not know, to not have all the answers. The messy middle provides an opportunity to reprioritize our lives, to take a long, fresh look at ourselves, our lives, our church. It's a chance to re-examine everything and to ask important questions. What has meaning and value? What no longer serves us? How can we use this time to become the people, the community that God is calling us to become? We are still in the messy middle. Embrace the fact that there is still so much that we do not know. But what we do know is this: we are not alone in the messy middle. We are together. We are in this together. And more importantly, God is with us. God is sustaining us, encouraging us, strengthening us. God is present in the burdens and the blessings of this time. So relax, take a deep breath, settle in. In God's time, all will be well again. It won't ever be the same. There will be a new divine order for life, for community, for church. Our part in the process is to trust God, to trust that God is in control, that God's got this and us. Thanks be to God. Amen.